morning, YouTubies. How's it going? Where do I begin? Dealing with Dad has been a challenge lately, ever since Mom died. Now that she's died, I don't know how the woman put up with the man. Like, oh my gosh. Stupidity just has no bounds with him. He just can't fix stupid. His latest thing, which I know the trolls are going to come at me because I'm thinking I'm bashing Dad. Well, yeah, if you had to deal with Dad the way I do, you would be saying something too. Because it just, the stuff that comes out of his mouth is just unbelievable. These trolls want to come and bash me about things, but they don't have to live with him. They want to come on here and bash me. Then I'm going to be like, come here to Missouri. You live with him for a month, and then you tell me that I'm doing this or that wrong. So anywho, the latest drama, stupidity, whatever you want to call it. Oh, by the way, he is constantly, pretty much every day to every other couple days, trying to start crap with me at the dinner table, just like he did with Mom on the daily. And before I get into telling what he's been saying, I'm still thinking that he is the reason that Mom died. Granted, she had health issues. I know that. She had high blood pressure and all this kind of stuff. But he knew that she had high blood pressure. He knew that she was prone to strokes. But yet he continuously started crap with her pretty much on the daily, literally. And he's not the type of person to start an argument and then, hash out his issue and then let it go. No. He would actually try to keep an argument going for as long as he could, which means for a couple of hours, until the point that Mom would be in tears or bawling, which raised her blood pressure every time, and then the ultimate, her stroke. So, my opinion, he basically killed her. That's, I can't say any other way, because like I said, he knew all these little things, and he would purposely start arguments for entertainment, not because he had an actual issue. He would pull topics out of his ass just to start crap and then keep the argument going. That's how he's trying to do with me now. And that's why my blood pressure has been skyrocketing. But I'm like, Mom, I was checking, before Mom died, my blood pressure was okay-ish. It was high, but it wasn't extremely excessive. But when I check it, according to my app that I use, my numbers would be in the red. Always. It's like I have a horrible time to get it down into the green. The good numbers. Well, lately, ever since Mom has died and he's starting crap with me, my number's been in the purple, which is the extreme dangerous zone. Like 199 to 212 on the top numbers. Anywhere from 89 to 127 on the bottom numbers. So I was having to check it only twice a day. Now I'm having to check it like 3 or 4 times a day, and take medications just to keep it down. Before I even go in and start fixing dinner, because that's when he starts his issues with me. I've gotten where I have to take at least a half a blood pressure pill to a whole blood pressure pill just to keep it down. So when he does start issues, I don't go into the danger zone and take a chance of having a stroke myself or heart attack. So, I totally just lost my train of thought because I'm just, the man just, well, let me get to things. The latest thing that he is starting issues with me about is the other day, he tried to say that Jax, my new dog that I've had for 2 months now, is homosexual. Yeah. And then he tried to throw the Bible at me, not literally, but figuratively, throw scriptures at me of why he thinks that Jax, my dog, is homosexual. Now, for anybody comes at me and thinking I'm against homosexuals and all this kind of stuff, to each their own. If you're happy, you know, I have no issues with anybody. So, it's nothing like that. This is him coming at me, telling me about my dog. So, this is not my opinion that against any particular people or persons or anything like that. This is about me and Dad having an issue about him falsely accusing my dog of being homosexual and then trying to back up what he says with scripture just to get me riled up and try to get, an argument going and then keep it going. And of course, that day, because it pissed me off so bad, him trying to say false crap like that riled me up, and I fell into his trap of getting riled up. Most of the time I've gotten where I just try, if he says stupid crap, I'm sorry. See, I'm pissed. When he says stupid crap to me, I usually just try to bite my tongue, literally. Not enough to hurt or anything like that, but it's like and just ignore him. As well as I've gotten where I've have to been putting my earbuds in to make sure I have music in and have it on soft music, just to kind of keep myself calmed and centered. I never know what stupid crap he's gonna throw at me. That's the thing. But that was the stupidest. Oh my God. I got so pissed at him that we went back and forth in an argument for a while. Well, then later, once I got into the room and into our bedroom and I got calmed down and everything, I started actually laughing because it's like, oh my God, I let myself fall into the trap when the whole topic was just absurd. I don't know about the man. Oh, I got a little sidetracked. See what I mean? I'm just like totally discombobulated because this man has me so all over the place. I forgot to tell you that along with me thinking that he is the main reason that Mom had her stroke. And like I said, she did have health issues. I'll admit that. But he knew that and he played into that. Well, the other night I had a nightmare and Mom was in it. I've been having a lot of dreams with Mom in them lately. And I didn't do that before. But, man, I miss her. 3 months since she's been gone. And man, I miss her so much. He doesn't miss her at all. that's what gets me, is he does not miss her at all. I had a nightmare about her the other night, and in the dream, at the end of the dream, I dreamed that she was telling me, he was the cause. He was the cause. He was the cause. And then I woke up. So, I don't know if that was my self-conscious talking, or, you know, if mom was visiting my dream and, you know, telling me that. I don't know. But nonetheless, it's disturbing when I wake up from nightmares like that. I got it where I don't have many nightmares since the doctors had put me on medication for when I used to have the horrific, I mean, extreme horrific nightmares and night terrors that were, what I can remember of them was bloody and violent. Oh, little birdie's got he's so hot, he's got his wings out to help keep him cooler. Oh, go get you some water, you ding dong. So I was sitting up there on the very top of the tree, the very top branch, right in the sun. Goofball. I was so all over the place. But yeah, that is the kind of crap I'm putting up with. And that is the kind of crap that is raising my blood pressure, causing me to have to take extra blood pressure just to keep it at a safe range. Because I'll be damned if I want to have a stroke or heart attack because of him, like he did with mom. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, the other day he'd been trying to sell his truck for probably about a month, and well, no, actually it was just a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, I guess. He actually managed to sell his truck. It was I want to say 1989 or 1990, somewhere around there, Ford pickup truck. Nice looking. I'll admit, he always keeps his vehicles looking nice. Even the old ones, he keeps them looking nice. He's meticulous. That is one thing I will give him positive credit for. He's not only his vehicles, but as far as he likes to keep the place, you know, the house looking nice and everything, inside and out. So I will give him credit. He's very meticulous on everything he does. Why did it get so dark in here all of a sudden? Anyway, so he sold it for his pickup truck for $4,000, which we need to help keep up on the bills, to keep us afloat. What's he do? He takes $2,000 of it so he can just blow, even though he knows that we need it for bills. I'm not saying I don't want him to have money. I'm not saying that at all. So no, none of you trolls come at me and try to say that crap. Don't be trying to twist my words. Sorry, I've had so much trouble with trolls coming on here and twisting my words. It's like, don't you even. I ain't gonna have it. But so I'm not. Why did my screen just black out or gray out? I have no idea. Now my phone's going to add to my stress. Thanks. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I'm okay with him having money. I'm doing like mom did. She had to have him on allowance just so he wouldn't blow through money, because he acts like he's got a hole in his pocket. So I've been doing the same thing. Every couple weeks I'll give him, $100 or a couple of $100, because I always want to make sure he has money for gas. That's the most important. But also if he goes out and goes with friends or whatever, someplace to get a little sandwich or something, I'll make sure he has money for that and everything. I'm not against that, I want to make sure he doesn't get stranded out someplace, for one thing. Well, I ain't gonna lie, some ways I wish he would. Y'all don't have to live with him, so don't judge. But anyway, I guess he reserved $2,000 so he can blow it when we need that money for bills and paying down the mortgage and stuff. But it is what it is, I guess. But let's see, the next thing he started trouble with me last night was, now that he sold his truck, there's space in the carport for Anthony and I put our car in. When Mom and Dad, when we all moved in together, it's supposed to have been all of us moving in together and helping each other and all this kind of stuff. Mom and Dad didn't even take Anthony and I into consideration as far as the carport, so that we'd have a place to put our car. We've always had to park our vehicle in the yard where it gets hail damage and bird crap and everything else. There's so many things. This is just one of many things that they never took us into consideration. It's almost like we weren't there most of the time. We were, but we weren't. We were there when they needed us. But any other time, it's like we weren't. Heck, sometimes they come home for church and they wouldn't even notice if our car was there or not. We could be gone and they wouldn't even know it. They lock the door at night, so we get to the door and the door's locked. Didn't have our key ready. We'd have to knock or fumble around in the dark to get our key out. Things like that. That's just one of many situations. So Dad is now wondering if we're going to use the carport. I was like, yeah. So Dad is trying to tell us where to park. Anthony was already planning on parking on the right side of the carport because it's closer to the house, so that he wouldn't have to walk as far, versus if he was parked on the left side. It's only a couple more feet, but since he has the issues with his blood pressure dropping if he stays standing for too long, that few extra feet could be dangerous for him because he has to hurry to get in as it is before he collapses. I mean, literally collapses. Not even figurative. That's literal. Literal. Like, ugh. So anyhow, starting issues with me about that. It's like, why? The other thing is, he's trying to make an issue about Anthony's power chair that's in the shed. He's wanting to get rid of it for us so he can make space in the shed. Now, granted, Anthony hasn't used it for a while because we need to get batteries for it before he can actually use it. But of course, we can't use it at the house because the house isn't designed in such a way that we could actually get the power chair in and out of the house. We can't even get a wheelchair in and out of the house. Plus, we don't have a ramp to get in the house, which Mom and Dad a couple years ago said that they were going to build a ramp for Anthony to be able to get into the house and then widen the door. Never happened. Go figure. But yet he's wanting to get rid of Anthony's chair. It's like, excuse me, that's Anthony's decision on that. Dad's wanting me to make the decision of that. It's like, no. That's Anthony's property. That's his decision. Dad's wanting to get rid of it for us. It's like, no. That's Anthony's property. That's his decision. not yours. So he does stuff like that all the time, wanting to get rid of our stuff without permission. So frustrating. And then the last thing is, every time I turn around, he runs out of this or that and the other as far as food stuff. Dad does, that is. And then tells me about it like he's wanting me to go to the store either that night or the next day just to pick up that item. Tells me the last minute, and like I said, just wants me to go make all these extra trips to the store, which is a waste of gas, waste of time, waste of money, because when we go to the store, we end up buying more than just one item. Seems like it always happens that way. So instead of, like a normal person would realize that, oh, hey, I'm almost out of something. Okay, let's say orange juice. Instead of him telling me, hey, I'm almost out of orange juice. I got maybe like a half a bottle, maybe a little bit less. Could you pick up some for me when you go to the store next time? Things like that. No, he waits until he's completely out. It's happened that way with grape juice, orange juice, cereal, bacon, sausage, all these things. Want me to go to the store and, for those individual items. So I actually went and bought a little notepad and a pen, put it on the table. And this not just for him, this is me also, or me and Anthony, so that when we're getting close to being out of something, I write down the list. But I let Dad know about the notebook so that he can actually start doing this too. Is he using that notepad? No. He is still waiting until he's out of something to let me know that he needs me to go to the store. Which right now he has that money. His butt can go to the store and get it himself. Is what I'm thinking. I'm tired of being his little slave girl. Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. But yet still won't let me have my dog in the house, or at least part-time when it's hot. Excuse me? I'm getting really tired of being the slave girl. I'm gonna go and strike. Just saying. Can you tell I'm a little frustrated? Calm down, Vicky. Blood pressure's gonna go up. Don't need that. Nope, nope, nope. Let's put it this way. I've already been daydreaming of the day that I no longer have to deal with a toxic parasite. And that I can move away from Missouri, out of misery, I should say. Move out of misery. Live someplace where I want to live. I've lived in Missouri my entire life. Because of Dad and the memories I have of this hellhole, I want out of here. I want away from Missouri, as far away as I can get. So I've already been daydreaming and actually looking up different towns as ideas of places I might want to consider moving eventually. Getting ideas of what apartments in those areas cost, trailers, travel trailers, all this kind of stuff. I can't do anything at the moment, but doesn't mean I can't plan. And I'm good at planning, at least. Planning and daydreaming is my two things I'm a pro at. All right, mini rant over. I'm gonna scoot. If you guys are new to our channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. keep me in thought and prayer on all this, because oh my God, this guy is just driving me insane. I thought Dad was bad before Mom died, but oh my God, now that I have to actually deal with him on my own. Everybody keeps trying to tell me that maybe he has a touch of Alzheimer's. No, he's been like this all my life, at least. I'm 56 years old, and he's been like this my entire life. I think he's why I was never a daddy's girl. I never wanted to ever go with Dad when he went to town. He tried to get me to go with him by himself. Anytime I went with him is when other relatives went to town with him. I was always a mama's girl. I hate to say it, but there's times I wondered if he had done things to me that maybe he shouldn't be doing to little girls. Don't know. I don't have any proof for sure. I do know I have one memory of him making me extremely uncomfortable when I was laying in my bed at nighttime, and he came in to tuck me into bed. Until then, I had never, ever been tucked into bed by Mom or Dad. My parents didn't tuck me into bed. They didn't hug me. They didn't say, I love you. Most of the time, they ignored me until they needed dishes done, house cleaned, floor vacuumed, all that kind of stuff. Slave girl. That's all I've been my entire life. So I don't know if he has actually ever done anything naughty to me, or anyone else for that matter. But I do know that there are several people in the past that have accused him of that. But anything this before I ever, I'd always thought it, but I never said anything. This is other people coming up and accusing him. So I have to wonder. I do know my grandpa was that way, and my great grandpa. So how I got on all of that after ready to go, I don't know. I'm just extremely stressed. I want my freedom. In my opinion, that's all he is a toxic parasite. In a lot of ways, I don't even claim him as my dad. So, because just breathe, Vicky. Breathe. I'm gonna scoot before I scream. All right. Bye.